All right, so we are back for day 3, which is essentially your assembling day. You're going to do 2 things this day. You're going to pipe your pastry cream into your shells, your eclair or cream puff shells, which I will show you. And then you're also going to make a glaze. So I'm going to make the glaze first, and then I'll show you how we bring everything together that we've been making over the past couple of days. Okay, so this is a really good chocolate glaze. A glaze is like a frosting topping. The difference between a glaze and a frosting is a frosting you kind of spread on, where a glaze you dip or you pour on to your food or whatever it is that you're making. Okay, so like chocolate glaze donuts, usually you dip the donut into the glaze. So that's essentially what we're going to do. So in our glaze, we are going to have 4 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. Okay, and I'm going to be combining these on my induction burner, just like so. If you have time on day 2 when you make your cottage dough, then I highly suggest again that you mise en place. If you don't have time, it's not a ton of ingredients, so it should be easy to measure as you go. So I'm going to pour my 4 ounces into there, which is essentially equivalent to a 1/4 cup, right? And because I had pre-measured this, I had it in a baggie. So I'm just going to, I cut a hole and just squeezed out so I can get it all out. All right. So for those of you that have not worked with sweetened condensed milk before, it is a lot of sugar and it makes really good desserts. Okay. To that, I'm also going to add 4 ounces of corn syrup. So this is a form of sugar. So lots of sugar in this glaze. Okay, and again, it has the same thickness as the sweetened condensed milk, almost like a honey, but it is a liquid form of sugar from corn, right? Just like so. So all these functions in here is really just flavor, right? And then to that, I am going to add chocolate chips, and I am adding milk chocolate chips. All right, milk chocolate chips. Give a little bit of a sweeter taste. You can add semi-sweet, but the milk chocolate is going to just make it a little sweeter. And it seems like a lot of kids like that. You need 3 ounces. And then the last thing you're going to add into there is your butter. All right. And so you're adding all the ingredients at once. And you need 2 tablespoons of butter. And just like with the pot of choux, you want to use real butter, not margarine. All right. So I have everything in there. I'm going to turn my heat up. Okay, so what you're waiting to have happen here is for that chocolate to melt and everything to become one. All right, and it's going to deepen in color, and I'll be back and I'll show you what that looks like when we are ready to assemble. All right, so see how it's starting to melt. It's only going to take this a couple of minutes. As soon as it reaches the consistency that it is all melted and smooth, take it off the heat until you're ready for assembling. All right, so we'll see you soon. All right, so we are back, and your shells are done. So they are cooled. These are the eclairs, and these are the cream puffs. So both of them, I mean, they taste the same. They just take on different shapes. Sometimes this is easier for students to pipe. Sometimes this is. So you can be creative. What we ask is that you're just consistent. All right. So you can see all of these look pretty much the same. These, I was a little bit more inconsistent just with, eyeballing my shape, but you get the idea. So these will be cooled for you on day 3. You will have your pastry cream, and then we made the chocolate sauce, which just looks like so. I wanted to clean the pan, which is what you'll want to do. So you'll want to transfer this to some type of bowl or shallow container that you can put in the microwave. So if it does firm up, you can put it in the microwave to kind of loosen it back up. All right. So also what I'm going to do is I got a piping bag because I'm going to actually pipe my cream into my cream puffs. All right. I also have a little skewer or toothpick to make little holes. And then for presentation, I have some liners just so it looks nice for plating. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I grabbed a piping tip. Your teacher might direct you that you don't need a piping tip. It's kind of dependent upon what you have time for. right? So I'm going to get a piping bag. I put my piping tip that has, it's an open star. It's kind of small, just so I can get in to the shell, because you're going to pipe these into the center of the shell. All right, so I'm going to cut a little slit on top, and then I'm going, so you can kind of see like so, okay, just like so. All right, I'm going to cut my baggie down, or my piping bag, just because it's very big. All right, so I have it like this. All right, and then I am going to just open that up. Okay, and now I'm going to pipe some of my, or put some of my pastry cream right into there. Now, if you wanted, if you're, this makes it just easier to get inside of the shell. But if you wanted to pipe it directly without using a tip, you could do it from the gallon baggie. Okay, so that is ready to go. So I have that all ready to go. All right. Now what I'm going to do is cut my shells. So if you're doing the eclair, you're going to take this from the bottom and you're going to go through both sides, just like so, making a little bit of a hole. All right. So you'll go through, you can do that with all of these. Mine are still kind of warm because I literally made them today, but essentially you want cream to go on both sides. So you're making a hole on both sides. Okay. Now with the cream puffs, it's a little different. You're going to go from the side and you're going to open it and makes like a huge, it's very hollow in the inside. Okay. So then you're going to take your cream, put the tip in, and you're going to pipe in, and you'll be able to feel it. It'll feel it, and then it'll start coming out, and now you're good. And you can literally feel that cream. Okay. With this one, you're going to put that in the side, and you're going to start filling one side, and then you're going to go through and pipe the second. You can kind of see that coming through. Okay. Just like so. All right, so I got those two done. And you're going to make sure that all of them continue to be piped. All right. The next thing you're going to do, okay, so I have two pipes, obviously all of yours. I would keep piping them until you are ready. All right. So one partner will be piping the cream and the other partner will make the glaze. Okay. So now what you're going to do, once they've been piped, you are going to take it in your chocolate glaze, and you're going to dip it in just like so. All right, you're going to let that kind of set it this way. You just want this to be shell. If when you dip it in, none of the chocolate's coming out, then you just need to reheat it. Okay, just like so. Now for plating, all right, if you were to sell these at a bakery, if we were going to sell these at Javicino or Golden Bowl Cafe, Ceramic Catering, we have liners. These are just muffin liners. So you can manipulate your muffin liner so it will be a holder to make it look visually pleasing. So you can put, and this just creates a barrier so guests can grab it. And it's just an extra something. Okay, so if you were going to serve these on some type of service, you would obviously, so for an eclair, you're going to go like this. It just gives it that extra touch of something to make it look complete. All right. All right. Enjoy. Bon appetit. Thank you so much.